One of my favorite dishes and easy to make is rockfish marinara. Got a little bit of oil in the frying pan. In goes the onions, the chopped onions. In goes the garlic and a pinch of salt to get all that rendering. Cook that down until they are tender. When those are getting ready, what we're going to do is take our snapper. When you buy it and it has a V cut here, and that's what it's called, that means the bones, the pin bones are out. But if you want to remove the pin bones, it's very, very simple. What you do is you put it down, upside down like this, and you can feel the bones. They come to about here, and you go on either side, cut one side, cut the other side, and remove that piece of flesh with the bones in it. You can cook this off to the side and then take the bones out. You like to season that with salt and pepper. Now, all fillets have a thinner side and a thicker side to it. And to remedy that when you're cooking it so they all cook evenly at the same time, what you do is you cut the thinner part right here and fold it over when you put it into the pan like that. And that will cook at the same time as that, and it will wilt together while it's cooking. The onions are nice and rendered. We're going to add our tomatoes, about 2 to 3 tomatoes. Add a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of cayenne, and again season the tomatoes. A little bit of salt. To add a little bit of acidity and a little bit of moisture to the tomatoes, a little bit of white wine right now can go in. Lower the heat and cook them to about 8 to 10 minutes until the tomatoes tender and are soft. About 10 minutes later, the tomatoes have now softened up quite a bit, and I'm just breaking them up a little bit like this. I'm going to slip in the rockfish fillets right in the center like this. I'm going to add a little bit parsley at this time. I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to let it simmer for about 8 to 10 more minutes until the snapper is done. It's all done. You can tell the fish is cooked. It shrank a little bit, and when you put the fork through it, it goes right through. Chop up a little bit of the basil, like so. Put it in right in at the last minute. Add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil now because you're not cooking it anymore, so you want the flavor from the olive oil. Put a little bit of sauce on top of your rockfish and place it onto your plate. With the sauce, I love this just with bread. Just to sit down and have that with bread and a little bit of white wine, and put a little bit of basil for decoration, and that's it. Wild West Coast rockfish marinara.